You see, along with your tongue, lips, and hard and soft palates, your jaw is a part of your articulatory system. Your jaw also plays its role in adjusting the vocal tract for the improvement of resonance. However, what I commonly observe among beginner singers is a persistent tendency to rely on the jaw as the primary source of articulation and amplification of resonance. And this is where the all too easy mistake is often made. I find it helpful to instruct the relegation of the importance of the jaw to secondary at best. You see, when your jaw becomes too involved, it will want to dominate the space. The jaw's primary function, also called the mandible in anatomy, is to facilitate mastication, which is the process of chewing food. Chewing requires tremendous amounts of force and pressure. And this, in turn, means that the temporomandibular joint, the joint at which your jaw attaches to your skull, is one of the more powerful joints in your entire body. But the jaw's strength also carries some innate weaknesses. It's big, strong, and cumbersome. So as far as articulation goes, it often doesn't move fast enough to provide enough clarity in our diction. The tongue is a far more agile and nimble articulator. Unfortunately, the tongue can also be rather sluggish. So if your jaw acts as a primary articulator, your tongue will sit back and do as little as possible. Secondly, the temporomandibular joint also sits in line with the pharynx, the back of the throat. So when we overextend the opening of our mouths, like so, not only does the front of your jaw drop, the rear of the throat narrows. A narrow pharynx equates to poor resonance and heightens vocal fatigue, due in part to the acoustical overloading of the vocal folds. Acoustic overloading occurs when the sound carried on the air hits an overly narrowed space, in this case, the pharynx. As a result, by virtue of pressure, it turns around and travels back down the vocal tract, thus overloading the vocal folds. It's labor intensive and will fatigue your voice at a higher rate.